Welcome to SUMCHI Technique. The podcast series In the Stable with Beth Shaw was developed to share how I work through a level 4 SUMCHI stroke routine. These episodes are recorded in a stable with a horse. The sound quality might alter throughout the session. In the Stable with Beth Shaw, I work through the stroke routine, conveying what I feel through my hands in the SUMCHI 6. I explain why I use the SUMCHI 6 diamond or heart to adapt to the different areas of muscle contour and tone. I explain what I see in the horse's contour to see how I adjust and why I adjust the pressure and rhythm through the stroke. I also share what I'm seeing and learning from the horse's reactions to the strokes, my body movement and positioning. And depending on the horse, I explain when I apply dual SUMCHI 6 action. You will hear how I see and feel the tissue upgrading and transforming to the stimulation of the stroke and the SUMCHI 6. Thank you so much for joining me in this amazing connection with the horse. Welcome to the stable. It's time to SUMCHI. Hi everyone. I'm working on a Wednesday runner. He's a very big horse. I'm just standing back and I've already put his head collar on. I've already come in to see him. And I've got his lead line looped up through the bars, and he's looking quite good. So the fascia's hair lines are a bit tight on his neck and scalene region, front of his chest, pectoral region. And I've taken a picture of that, and I will put that on the group so that we have reference to what I'm talking about the hair. I see the hair when it's laying a bit oddly. I definitely pay attention to that as an indication of stress in the system. So he's quite tight over his shoulder, into his neck, weak serratus, middle of neck quite weak, and then hock scars, not too much. There's a bit of a scarring in the middle of his quadricep on the left-hand side, meaning just loss of hair, and there is a good nerve spot over the last rib. A bit sunken in his right hindquarter. He's listening to me and wondering why I'm criticizing him. A bit sunken in his bicep femoris, top of that on the left side. He's got a good hock scar on this side. He is a dear boy, and we just want to make him a bit more comfortable today. I might start on his left side. I wonder if I should start on his left or right. For the sake of getting a good session, and I'll start on the left side. So left side, I'm starting with my half moon. I'm going to try to hold him in the middle of my boy, in the middle of his chest there, with my heart. I'm going to start with my diamond as a secret all and punch. So switch. Left hand's got the diamond holding in the heart. Right hand's got holding his chest. And I'm just going to start with my heart. Okay, he's really resisting. He's trying to say. Okay, but as I said, the hair, the fat, everything's looking quite tight in this neck. So I'm just doing he's pulled back a little bit and he's shifted into the corner of the stable. He's still kind of glued through the whole bars. The horse behind me is grinding his teeth. I'm just doing a half moon, real slow. I'm taking my left hand off. I'm going to breathe. Straight from my elbow, big swing. Put my other SUMCHI in my pocket and just touch it with my hand on the point of the shoulder, so I have another connection. As soon as I stop coming down over suprascapular or over his GB21, he throws his head, nods his head. I'm going to fan for a few minutes, real slow, his head. Switches his tail to the left. He switches his tail. I am on his left side. Go half moon. Half moon. Fan. Fanning. He's lowered his head. Fanning. Looking at me. He's got big eyes. His voice is great. His left ear is really cocked to me. He's bobbing his head. Now, just to make him a bit more comfortable, I'm just moving his mane over to the other side. He's going to do a few sevens. Left hand's on his shoulder. Right hand's doing a 7. His mane, back down to his wither, back down to front of his shoulder. His ears forward. Up to his pole. Atlas. Wither. Down shoulder. Back to wither. Up to pole. 7. Half moon. Head shake. Up to pole. 7 to wither. Down to front of shoulder. Double 7. Starting to two-step. Two-step to me is when they start to sway back and forth towards me. Up to pull. I'm in 7, double 7. So that means I'm dropping down a little bit more into his neck vertebrae, into his accessory nerve, and up to his atlas. Down the front of the shoulder, lowering his head. This is good. I'm going to go back to the fan. My left hand is gently on the point of the shoulder, just my hand out there. Half moon into your fan. Okay, so that's how it's up. I am going to move him back up. That's the horse next door side. I've got a right hand on his head collar, a left hand taking this. How are you? Just say hello to the horse next door. He's coming over to greet us. Just doing a butterfly, but I've got my left hand on his cheek, his head collar. Great deep breath. Butterfly, I'm almost to his last rib. Last rib, up your wither, drop that down, mid-thoracic, come again, towards his elbow, just shutting his head quite a bit, just gently up. My hand is gently on his cheek, his ears are not great. Towards his elbow, now move it back. Butterfly. Alright, stop there. Butterfly. Now I'm going to the last rib. A little bit more pressure coming up. A little bit more pressure. Top of the scapula. Half moon. Back down. You want to. Of course, behind me is wants attention. Butterfly, butterfly, a little bit more pressure on the up stroke, getting to my last rib, and back to the wither, top of the shoulder blades. Back up. Using your foot, that's okay. Not his fault. So I'm going to actually move his lead line through the bar and hold on to him. Sorry. Okay, half moon. Good, lowers his head. Butterfly. This butterfly, I'm just moving it to the last rib. So I want to get to that hind leg. Last rib. Last year up to the wither. Now, he's shifted. Okay, turned around, he's curling around. Slowly over the tuberculosis. Slowly down to his back behind leg. Slowly down to his gaskin. He's a very big horse, this. Slowly down to his gaskin. I'm on his gaskin. 2-track, 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 3-track in the front. Back to the hop. 2-track, 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 front of gasket. Back to the hop. On the back of his gasket, his hamstrings, all the way to his tail. Good boy. This is it. Good boy. Long, easy strokes. Long, easy strokes. A little bit more pressure on the upstroke, on the drive section of the stroke. Go to my gastrocnemius. 2 strokes here. Just have a big wart there. So when I find these warts, they to me are also just like blockage. They're appearing, their weakness, disease appearing in the weakness of the horse's system. So I do pay attention to these little warts. My hand, although it has a lead line in it, it's resting on his SI. I like to rest my hand on the SI because I can often feel a vibration coming up the hind limb. Okay, I'm back on his gasket. Good. He does have a little hawk scar here. Oh, I am with the SUMCHI 6 heart right now, just to confirm. SUMCHI 6 heart, because he was quite sensitive when I started. So I switched right over to the heart. Up. 10 hamstrings. I'm going to come now a little bit into inside. That's inside the gasket, inside the hawk. He's got quite big hawks, this boy. Yuck, he's a big horse. Nice and slow. Deep breath myself. I'm talking, so again, it's a little bit different for me and the horse. I'm not used to me jabbering away. I'm on the inside of the gasket. I'm in 2-track, 2-track. That's quite good. There. I'm going to switch out to my diamond into my right hand. My SUMCHI 6 diamond. Why? Because I just want to test the plasticity a little bit more. It's kind of a little bit weak in the bottom section of his semi-10. So I've seen myself changing here. I've added the pressure to the glide section. I'm in diamond on this horse. I've got a little bit more pressure on the downward glide section. The glide of the stroke. My palm is quite involved. His eyes are a little bit towards me. His ears are cocked to the side. He's quite happy with me. He does have a piece of bedding that he's shaking off his withers, so I'm going to take that off so I don't confuse that with a different action of something happening in the system. Okay. So here I'm still on the froggy. Why? Because I'm just wanted to activate these hamstrings. I know this horse quite well. I'm holding him with my left hand with the lead rein over his SI region. And I am using the SUMCHI 6 diamond still in the froggy stroke. Okay, just to make that clear. Left hand's on SI, right hand's on froggy stroke. I'm just trying to activate the lower section of a semi-10. Like to see it have a little bit more tone. To me, I feel that the muscle is lacking fiber structure. If the tone is just lacking good tone, could be stronger, especially for a horse of this size. So on the glide section, I'm adding the pressure and stretching. Ooh, there it is. Okay, we've had a little twing. Okay, I've gone back to the top of the hawk. That is so great. Okay, the magnetic field just changed. Okay, I'm going. Now the drive section of my stroke has got the pressure. Yeah, there. Now I've got a reaction. Now it's talking to me. Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to leave that for a minute, and I'm going to go into my bicep femoris, into my zebra stroke. Okay, stepping into me. Okay, I've come down to his hip. I'm going to go back up my poverty line, start my zebra again. Why? Because we know that there's stress in this quadricep, so let's just wake up the top before we get all the way down. Zebra, back and forth, short strokes. In two track, zebra stroke. Okay, I'm going to go back up the poverty line, and now this time I'm going to bring the zebra stroke all the way down into the quadriceps. Fantastic. Did you hear that deep breath? Okay, I'm in the stifle region. I'm going to go back up. Poverty line, back up. He's quincing against me. It's okay. Zebra stroke. Zebra stroke. I'm over the hip now. Into the quadriceps. He's twitching in his shoulder. Fantastic. Back up. Remember, I've got this pretty big scar here. Could be a nerve spot line, but it could be from rubbing up against something in the walker. But I'm paying attention to it. Okay, now up the poverty line. I'm going to do one more zebra. Okay, he's throwing his head now. He's moving towards me. So what are we going to do now? I'm going to go back down into the froggy stroke just to see if I've changed anything in this lower hamstring. And it is. That's a bit better tone. Fantastic. What does that mean? That means it's a bit more alive. It's just, I feel like there's more activity there. There's more life to it. There's more fire. There's more more energy moving around there. Fantastic. Okay, I'm just gonna go in a little bit on the inside of his hawk. Good. He's lifted up his tail. I'm gonna stay there a little bit. Up and down the gaskin. Go up the inside of his into his gracilis. Fantastic. It's a bit crunchy. Fantastic. Okay. So now we're at the top of his tail. We're going to go down, do some zebra. Zebra our way down to his iliopsoas line. But will we start there? Anybody? DB. Establish my iliopsoas line between my tubercocks. Good. He's going to take a deep breath. Just establishing my iliopsoas line in two track. Around, now I'm going to go around the hip, over the tubercocks, mid-thoracic, throwing his head. Okay, so now I'm not going to go that far up. Oosh. Okay, so that's behind the last rib. Hello, gorgeous. It's behind the last rib that he is not so comfortable, which is our iliopsoas, and he is now very uncomfortable there. Okay, so that's just, yes, it could be kissing spine, etc., but we'll just try to make him as comfortable as possible. So he's moving around quite a bit now. I like to have both SUMCHI 6s in my hands, but I'm not sure if I can do that. So I've got the SUMCHI 6 hearts. Can you hear him? Jump, buck. So I'm going to take that out and not put that on his back. Okay. I'm going to work with the SUMCHI 6 heart now. So as soon as I've gone into the area of the last rib, which is area of bladder meridian 21, iliopsoas attachment, umbilicusacral plexus region. Okay, it's quite sensitive. He's quite upset. The hair is changing underneath the tubercles. I've just got my left hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to go back to his hip. Iliopsoas line. Iliopsoas line, and I've got my SUMCHI 6 heart up over the tubercles, and that's as far as I'm going to go. Up over the tubercles, and that's as far as I'm going to go. And I'm going around. Oh, he also did just race. So I'm just going back and forth on my iliopsoas line. Now that's him rubbing his teeth. Okay. And go around the hip and I'm not going to go up. He's anticipating it. I'm going to go all the way up. One big movement to the half moon. Okay. Now watch this. I'm going to sneak in a pass down his back. Half moon, half moon. You ready? Tubercles. Got there. Going to his iliopsoas line. Iliopsoas line. Going to try to get back to my wither. Iliopsoas line. Iliopsoas line. Around my hip. Over my tubercles. Up to my half moon. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, and what are we going to do now? We want him to settle in. We want him to relax. Obviously, the midsection of his back is very sensitive. Okay, so what do we do now? I'm going to do a few 7s. 2. Connect with his atlas. 1. Half moon. Half moon. It's all right, boy. Atlas. Good boy. Good boy. Good chew. Good chew. I'll go down. 777. 777. Oh, he likes that. 777. Triple 7. Up into the throat latch. Under my brachii. To the front of my shoulder. Up the shoulder into the wither. 777. 777. Remember, this is where the hair is all distressed. Not distressed, it just looks different than the rest of them, okay? Down the front of the shoulder. 777. Up the brachii. Up into his throat latch. The bottom of his atlas. And I'm working with my right hand with the SUMCHI 6 heart. And I'm back to half moon. And back to half moon. And I'm going to fit in a scoop loop. Why? Because we know the scoop loop will help us with our pelvis. And we know the scoop loop will help us with this iliopsoas. And I'm going with the scoop loop up and over his ribs and down to his last rib and back up. Okay, so I'm starting to connect his front end with his hind end without upsetting him, and with trying to get over that. There, good boy. Good sign. Get over that thoracic region without squishing me. Yeah, half moon, scoop loop, last rib, back. Just having a drink now and a play with the water. Okay, so we're gonna go scoop loop, TH14, over the last rib, and back. Okay, good. Slow, half moon, scoop loop, scoop loop, scoop loop, last rib, back to the wither. Good boy. Scoop loop. turned all the way around. This is fine. It's fine. It's gumpy. It's all right. Okay. And now I'm going to try to get into that thoracic lumbar region real light. Real light. Real light. Good boy. 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 Back and forth over the lumbar. Down the tubercles. Good. Good. Good boy. Of the tubercles. Good boy. Up over the wither. Okay? Teardrop. I'm so light. I'm light as a feather. Teardrop. Down the top line, around the glute, back to the wither. Down the top line, around the glute, back to the wither. Down the top line, very light. I'm very light. I've got a teardrop. Now I'm going to go back into my DB. Over the tubercles. I can't quite reach. Over the tubercles, DB, up over the tubercles. Teardrop. Very good. Going to go into my infinity. I'm very light. My hand is not touching him at all. It's just the SUMCHI 6. Just the SUMCHI 6 in infinity. Big infinity loop over the glute. He's coming around to nibble me on my left hand. Big infinity. Big infinity. It's all right. At least we're getting into the lumbar thoracic region. Good boy. Good boy. DB. Fantastic. Well done. Iliopsoas. Good boy. Infinity. Good boy. His head's low. He's having a drink and a lot of licks. DB, he's standing very openly, shall I say. Infinity. Good. Now I'm going to try to get in a ski slope. Why do I say try? Because we know that he's got issues in this quadricep. We're going to go up the quadricep, through the SI, and down. First thing he wants to do is kick. Isn't that so interesting? It's amazing. Okay. Back up. There's a nerve spot. What is that area? That's one of our important places on the meridian. It's one of our 21s. He's stretching out completely. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. I'm just in ski slope. He's stretched out completely, his whole body. Okay, he's kicking now when I go past up the ribs, so I'm just going to go very lightly. Try to get back to stifle. Good, good. Good boy. No, couldn't do it. Okay, we're going to go back. Half moon. Half moon. SUMCHI 6 heart. My chest is open and relaxed. Now we're going to go into 777. Go up underneath. Good boy. Just throat latch. Good boy. Down the brachii. Up the shoulder. Okay. Down the front of the shoulder. Up the brachii to the throat latch. 777. A lot of hand, SUMCHI 6 heart, but a lot of my palm is on the horse. Using a lot of my hand to even out the pressure, make it more solid. Lots of licking, chewing. Fantastic. Fantastic. Triple seven, the throat latch. Good boy. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Okay, stirring his head a little bit. Good. Now, you must understand, he's a really big horse. Now I'm just starting the birdie with my left hand, going up and down his esophagus, middle of his chest. Why am I doing this? Because I want to activate his midline with my birdie before I go back into his top line again. It might start getting way too noisy here. Pressure on my upward stroke. Okay, he's a little bit, when I'm getting in between his two front legs, lots of chewing, fantastic. With my left hand, I'm going to try to move back as far as I can before I engage my right hand on his midline. Yeah, now they're starting to water the lucerne and stuff. Good. Okay, I'm working just really down the center, the sternum, down the center of his pecs, in between his two front legs, and I've got my heart there. Now what do I want to do? I'm going to switch and put my heart in my left hand, my diamond in my left hand, and my heart in my right hand. And I just want to try to get down this midline. Okay, stretching out, but he's not happy. Stretching out, stretching out. Good boy. Good boy. Just stroking him with my right hand straight down his midline. In hopes that this will help me be more successful treating his thoracic lumbar region and his iliopsoas. Sorry, it's getting noisy now. He's stretched out completely. When I say stretched out like a saddler, okay? Very good boy. Good boy. His head's reached all the way around to his elbow. He's nubbling my left hand arm. He's relaxed his left hind leg. I'm very slow, very light on his midline. But I'm there. I'm there. Stroking it lightly. He's opened himself up, which is a big thing for this horse. Just going to put my other SUMCHI in my pocket. Let him breathe. There. Did you hear that? Sometimes you do need to step away and just let them breathe. Half moon. Half moon. Dropping down. Again, I'm going to just go to in between his two front legs with my SUMCHI 6 heart, and I'm on his midline. Birdie stroke with my right hand only. Today's Saturday. He's running on Wednesday. He's just run. Last weekend. This is the first time I've done him since his last race. Okay, good. Switching his tail, it's okay. I'm going to breathe again. He's come around to my elbow and his elbow, and he's chewing, and but at the same time, he's lifted up his left hind leg. Good stretch. Good stretch. He's come all the way around. He's quiet now. I'm going to be quiet for a minute. Good boy. Birdie. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, it's compelling himself now. Isn't that fantastic? It's all right. Good boy. I'm in half moon. Half moon, half moon, half moon. I'm trying to get into a DB. This horse is all near hind iliopsoas, so, well, not all, we know that. But I'm over his tubercles. I'm back and forth over his thoracic lumbar. I'm going to get into infinity. As soon as I go over L1 there, he shows pain. It's all right. Okay, I'm dropping into a ski slope. Ski slope. Good. All the way down to the stifle. Fantastic. I'm very light. Ski slope. Over the SI region. Very light. Yeah, he feels that. Yeah, it's amazing. Just in my ski slope. Very light. Back and forth. Get down to my stifle. Bring it back up through my SI. Bring it back down to his elbow. He's thinking about this now. He's standing very still. He's just taking a deep breath. Back to the stifle. My arms are wide open. My left hand's on his shoulder. My right hand's trying to get down to his stifle. Good boy. Very light. My hands aren't touching him. It's only the SUMCHI 6 and 2-track. I'm making a full ski slope with no resistance from him. His head's turned a little bit though. No, it's straight. His eyes are concentrating. I'm over the thoracic lumbar quite with a lot of ease. And I'm back down to his stifle region. And then I'm back up to his SI region and he's not moving. This is fantastic. I'm trying to get in a DB stroke there. Good. I'm down the front of the tubercles. I'm to the iliopsoas. I'm around the hip, up over the tubercles. Down the front of the tubercles in the DB stroke. And I'm going to step away. Good boy. Big chew. Big lick. Lick and chew. Good boy. Heads down. Good boy. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. And I'm probably going to call that a day, just because it's the mofus are starting to come in and it's starting to get a bit noisy. Very different from our last session, but I wanted to show you this horse because he is, he's has quite a bit of discomfort in his back, but I'm very happy with him because he is improving every time, and that's good. And I will put the picture of his hair on Facebook, and I need to do more there. Okay, so he's standing a bit too tight in his triceps. So 1 second, I need to just do a little bit more scoop loop. I'm going to do that with the SUMCHI 6 diamond because I want to get to this fascia point of Sarah's junction, I call it. He's turned all the way around now. I'm just doing the scoop loop. I just want to see if I can shift the shoulder. What am I looking for? I'm looking for scoop loop. Because again, I'm not happy with how that neck looks. Scoop loop. TH14's changed. A region of the shoulder through the triceps has shifted. Fantastic. Shifting means like you can feel the magnetic field. It starts to repel you, and then if you keep just going across it slowly, it'll shift and come online. Good boy. Different direction in my scoop loop. So I'm going up the shoulder, front of the shoulder, down the back of the last rib, and then I'm coming down Sarah's junction, which I'll show you on Facebook, and around the front of the shoulder. And it's working. We just got a big chew. So I've switched directions on my scoop loop. So by switching directions on my scoop loop, I'm coming down the back of the shoulder blade. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. There was something there. Head's low. He almost took a deep breath and then he thought, there we go, we got a chew. Okay, great. Okay, thanks guys. Chat to you later. Bye. Thank you for listening to In the Stable with Beth Shaw. Feel free to connect with us through SUMCHI.com or any of our social media platforms. SUMCHI is a supportive technique to improve horse well-being. It does not replace the need for your veterinarian treatments.